There's no excuse for people nowadays to not be able to learn it.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
Yeah, to start, I read you're a self-taught guitarist.
Yes. It's the way I learned. I just tried to find what I liked on the guitar, what sounded good to me on the guitar. I didn't follow the rules, you know. And when you get a guitar teacher that teaches you the rules, sometimes you find you sound like that teacher. I think I discovered the guitar on my own and developed my own rules, you know, and I think that helps you develop your own sound.
Did you have to relearn some techniques maybe later on in your life that maybe you learned some things in the wrong way and had to readjust it?
Mostly I found that the stuff that I was picking up just by experimentation were popular scales, obviously, because I hear them from other songs and whatnot, but I would have to, if I could go back and redo it, I would attack the blues much harder in my early days. Learn simple techniques of following chord changes when you're doing guitar solos. You know, start with an easy 1-4-5 progression and hit the 4 chord with your solos as it goes by, or simple things like that you don't learn when you're just experimenting on your own.
How do you think, I saw you had some YouTube videos about you showing some things. Mm-hmm. How do you think now, maybe for kids that are now maybe learning themselves, how important can internet be for people who self-teach them?
I think internet's a beautiful thing for learning guitar. I get online all the time, and I'll search YouTube guitar lesson videos, and you can say I'm in the mood to learn some dominant arpeggio ideas. I'll type in dominant 7 arpeggio, and 15 lessons will come up, and I'll practice and learn, and I'm always learning, so the internet's a great place to do it.
Do you regret that it wasn't there when you were young, maybe, or is it that maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's no excuse for people nowadays to not be able to learn as easily. You know, it's so easy nowadays to get information. One thing that I wish I had when I was a kid are the phrase trainers they have nowadays, where you know, you have an MP3 phrase trainer that will slow things down, but pitch it to your guitar, so it will keep the same pitch, and you can loop 4 notes over and over as many times as you want. And we didn't have that as kids. You'd have to just keep rewind, and it was much tougher.
But for you, at the point where you are now musically, do you feel, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of information and coming from all directions. Mm-hmm. Do you have still the ambition to learn everything, or you just stick to certain parts which you really want to master?
I want to learn it all. You know, it's just not enough time to do it all. You just have to prioritize what I try and do is I try and learn a little bit of 2 different styles at the same time. Mm-hmm. So if I'm learning a Robin Ford song, a jazzy blues bass song, I'll also learn a Michael Schenker song. So I can have the more rock and roll stuff that's going to be assimilated into my style immediately.
Can you maybe give an example, or if it's the case, that of a certain thing you've experimented with, maybe through YouTube or some other guitars, that has affected your songwriting for this new record now?
No, songwriting to me is a totally different thing than solo writing. You know, I live in my own little world. I still don't play by the rules when it comes to songwriting. I experiment a lot with alternate tunings and try and come up with interesting chord voicings that you wouldn't normally hear. I try and just kind of reinvent myself every time I write a new song. So it's I don't ever try and go out and find any influence for songwriting, just for guitar soloing.
But because you play so much for writing, is that a whole different mindset you are in then? Because maybe you already practice so much that you maybe get tired of hearing the same things, or what is your mood when it comes to rediscovering a song or finding a song?
When I'm writing, I don't. It's 2 different. I have 2 different hats I have to wear job-wise. I'm either practicing my guitar or I'm writing songs. Mm-hmm. When I'm writing songs, I don't necessarily even warm up. I just write. I'm writing vocal melodies. And when I'm practicing the guitar, I'm strict and I put on a metronome and I'm not thinking of songs at all. I'm just trying to work on my fingers and they're just two different things completely.